Hi everybody. I just wanted to do a quick little demo of a possible scenario for you to explore for creating your character. It's involving the process I'm suggesting where you use primitives inside of Maya and simply block out your shapes with simple primitives, cubes, spheres, whichever you need to help explain kind of the volume and shape of your character. So in this scenario, I started in Maya, created some primitives, and just kind of blocked out some rough shapes of a character. I didn't have any design in mind. I just thought I'd do some fun little just sketching, just to see, do some exploration. And it went a little further than I expected, but I just wanted to just show you it's very easy just to play around and just explore this this way of building a surface using simple primitives, going into ZBrush, doing a simple Dynamesh solution, start sculpting and refine it and start getting a shape that you want. It would help me quite a bit more if I had a design, so like your character designs you have, your pitches, the model turnarounds, they would be very helpful, but I had nothing to start with. I had no design in my head as far as what I was going to do. I just started playing around with ZBrush and started sculpting. So this is my direct model export out of Maya as an OBJ. I just imported in. All the pieces came into ZBrush as a single subtool. As I imported this in, I did a quick little Dynamesh solution. So I went to my geometry menu, opened up Dynamesh. I left it at the default 128 resolution. You can see right here in my menu, just clicked on Dynamesh. You can see it smoothed over my model. So after I created the Dynamesh, I just turned off because I don't need it anymore. And then I just proceeded to start sculpting. I turned on my symmetry in ZBrush. So under transform, you want to turn on symmetry because I'm just making this a symmetrical model. And it's nice just to work on one side and kind of resolve it and get it to the shape that you want. So I went through and started smoothing parts of this out. So we have a lot of the low resolution geometry from the primitives here still. So by holding the shift key and with symmetry on, I just went through and just started smoothing things out to kind of break up that blockiness that I got with the primitives. So I went through the model and just started playing with smoothing this out and trying to get this more of a natural, rounded, more organic type of shape. And just playing around, literally just playing and not having anything in mind. Started sculpting, pulling things here and there, started building the form. But you can see by keeping it as a low resolution, it models very quickly and it smooths very quickly and it's easy to interact with. You want to start off low and just gradually build up your detail on your model. So I just started sculpting and messing around with this model, and I came up with this very simple design. I'll click on that here. I've got this little character here. So here's my little creature, kind of like a bleak and kind of a Krampus, kind of Christmas spirit kind of a feel I had with this guy. I just started playing around in ZBrush and just kind of what came out of it. So I just started forming using some of the brushes. I think we talked about the chisel brushes. So the chisel brushes have these eyes and noses and fun little things you can play around with to get an interesting character, and that's what I basically use. And just really quickly, within, I don't know, half hour, I didn't spend much time on this at all. I modeled this out. I went through the process of keeping it a low resolution. We're going to talk about using another tool in ZBrush that would allow you to use the export out of ZBrush to get some detail. We're not going to be able to go into too heavily how to retain a lot of this detail. The process we have available to us, it's rather limiting, but it isn't that much more extra work. If you, after this class is over, you might want to explore this process. So after I was done sculpting, I was happy with the model. I took it out of ZBrush, did the UVing and brought it over to Substance Painter, where I applied and started developing a texture. So here is my texture I developed for this guy in Substance Painter. So here is, he looks like a little, kind of like a little toy that would sit on a shelf. He looks like a toy based on the shapes and the textures. But you can see I didn't spend much time. It was literally maybe an hour of time to get this at this point where I could have UVs, models, UVs, and texture on my model. And literally I had no design idea. I just kind of flushed it out and just kind of mocked up a quick little design here. I have some other images here of just some renders that I did in the interface. Yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to kind of show you, it is a very fluid process, and if you want to explore it, I highly recommend exploring it, see if it works for you. It keeps you very loose, and it doesn't make you commit to much as far as like the box modeling technique. If you have a design that kind of works well for box modeling, works well for that process, but this might be an option you might want to consider. All right, thanks for watching.